Hey friends, and welcome back to the 𝐚𝐭 Homestead. I'm 𝐚𝐭, a first-time homesteader following in the footsteps of my homesteading forebears. And today is an exciting video because it is all about my Jersey dairy cow and everything I've learned in the past, month and a half of having a dairy cow. Isn't she so stinking cute? So this is Moo, the dairy cow, and she has been giving me an abundance of milk over the past month and a half. I bought her from a dairy that was downsizing. She is 6 years old. She's never had any antibiotics, ate all organic. She was treated natural if there's anything wrong with her. And she just had a really loving farm, but unfortunately they were like closing down operations. And I saw her and I fell in love. And she is just the best, and I've learned so much from having a cow. It was really scary at first getting a cow because she's a huge animal, but I have come a long way. Here is my Jersey cow. I've got to brush her. She's got some dirt on her, but she's just chilling and relaxing, enjoying the view. And yeah, look how pretty she is. So she is 6 years old and is due with a calf in September. So we're about 2 months away. She is still giving me milk every single day. I milk her once a day. I have slowed down her milk production just because I'm going to be drying her off in just a couple of weeks. So you want to stop milking your cow 2 months before they give birth, so their body has time to recuperate before they have a baby, and then they're producing all that milk again for their baby. This is her field that she gets to happily roam and eat all of the grass, and this is really high quality grass. And I know that she loves it, and she just chomps it down. And I rotate her for where she's at with portable fencing, and she absolutely loves it. I am now back in her barn, and this sounds so mean, but I kick her out of the barn every day after I'm done milking her, and I milk her on a stanchion that I built myself. It's super nice. Would recommend if you have a milk animal to build a stanchion. Here is her stanchion, which I absolutely love. So this is where it closes and she latches in. I bring in grains and she eats them down here, and then I milk her. But anyways, my first month of having a cow, or actually the first few weeks, were pretty difficult because I have other cows that are in pasture out in the field, some beef cows and other farmers. And so they kept breaking out of their fencing, then they'd break into Moo's fencing, and then they were getting out, and then she didn't want to come back. And so it was a bit of a disaster. And getting her at first was pretty overwhelming because, I mean, getting a milk cow, a huge animal, it's like, what the heck, how am I going to care for this thing? But it has become smooth. I love having her on the farm, the homestead. She eats all the grass, and she gives me the most beautiful milk. Oh my goodness, it tastes so amazing. I've had raw milk before. Nothing compares to hers, for me at least. I have also learned that sourcing hay is kind of difficult right now, and hay prices have skyrocketed, and at least in my area I got super lucky to just fall into loops of people who grow their own hay, and then in exchange for me going to help them, I got to have hay. And so usually I'll give her free access to this, but I have been kicking her out to the field that you and I were just in for her to forage and eat all the grass, because there's so much grass out there. There's also shelter out there for her, so there wasn't really a reason for her to be in there. And so this hay wasn't like completely baled. A windstorm came through and while they were like getting ready to hay, so I got like all the extra hay. So she just has a massive pile of hay back here, and I know that she loves it. One thing with cows too is keeping a clean area. So in here I clean up I clean up the stanchion once a day in the afternoons. I come out here, make sure it's clean, ready to go in the mornings, and then usually once a day or every other day, depending how often she is in here, then I will come out and just clean up the bedding, make sure all of her cow pies are outside in a pile, which I can use for gardening later. Yes, beautiful fertilizer. Fertilizer prices have skyrocketed too, but I got Moo the cow who gives me fertilizer. I literally stepped back from the camera and right into that. Like, what in the... Thank goodness I wasn't wearing sandals. I have learned my lesson to not wear sandals in the barn. Here is a pro tip too for keeping flies off of your cows. This right here. It's called Fly Swatter. It's by Synergy Animal Products, and oh my goodness, it is absolutely amazing. She has no flies on her, like very few. And the cows that are out in the field, the beef cattle, they are swamped in flies, like hundreds and hundreds on them. But they're not my cows, so I'm not gonna go spray them or do anything. That's for the farmer. And this has saved my life because she was so bothered by the flies that it made it difficult during milking time. And in the mornings when she comes in, if there are flies on her, which are still very few because I regularly spray her with this, I will spray her down and then she's not bothered. So she's not whipping her tail, she's not kicking me. Oh man, this has been a life changer. You can even make this probably at home, but I have loved this. It's literally just sunflower oil, peppermint oil, lemongrass oil, lemon oil, thyme oil, lavender oil, rosemary oil, eucalyptus oil, clove oil, and tea tree oil. Amazing. Absolutely love that fly spray. 10 out of 10 would recommend it. I know she loves it. I'm all about like all natural treatment for her, and I know that's how she has been treated in the past. I've spoken with the farmer about it, so I like to carry on that for her. And also, the best thing that I feel for her is that I feel like she is finding her family here. So me being part of her family, but also the dogs, like my puppy Rue, have gotten to know her. They know her by name when I say her name. Dog 1 in particular, I have 3 dogs, dog 1, dog 2, and puppy Rue, and dog 1 has become friends with her. It's super stinking sweet. Dog 2 is just a grouch. Not a big fan of her, but that's okay. And so that just makes me so happy that she is finding a home here on the 𝐚𝐭 homestead. Having a dairy cow was not as big of a deal as I thought it would be. Yes, there was a learning curve for learning how to milk, care for her, and then at first, like building that bond, she did not want to be by me when she first got here, understandably so. She came from a farm that she probably grew up on to a farm that she has no idea where she's at, but like now her and I are close. She like skips in here in the mornings when it is milk time, and it is so stinking cute. But like I said, she has different needs than like beef cattle. So there's beef cattle out in pasture for a farmer that has their beef cattle that comes out here, and you can just let them roam. You don't have to go out there every day and see how they're doing like I do with Moo. So I am happy to report that I have a Jersey dairy cow who is incredibly happy and cared for and gives me the best milk ever, which is to die for. It is so stinking good. And I am loving having a dairy cow, and I'm excited to see how this story unfolds. What kind of, does she have a boy or a girl? What kind of baby she's gonna have in a few months. I'll keep you guys posted. And thank you so much for watching. Oh gosh, it is getting hot again. Thank you for tuning in to this follow-up and little mini vlog on Moo the cow. Have a good one. Bye, you guys.